Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up, what up? Peace and love. We are back. We are here. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Happy Friday. Oh, no, wait, what? Oh. Good afternoon. Happy Friday. We are here. We are live. We are live on Instagram over here. We are live on TikTok over here. And we are on Facebook, YouTube, and X, or formerly known as Twitter. Here, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Just want to jump in here, man, and just have a quick chat on men's mental health. June is Men's Mental Health Month. It is Father's Month. Peace and love, God's gift. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Huey Hugh. Peace, peace, peace and love. Peace and love. Yeah, it's Men's Mental Health Month. Some of us are men. Some of us, daughters and daughters of men. Cousins, nieces, wives. Men matter in our community. All right. So I just wanted to come on here and just talk a little bit about men and mental health specifically, right? On my TikTok show earlier on SR Daily, I spoke a little bit about, just some of the differences. Just one of the really key differences between general mental health, and then it's broken down into categories, right? Like men's mental health, women's mental health. There's some things that women experience that men will never experience that impact their mental health. Carrying a child, you know, um, birthing a child, menstruation, things like that, that 100% affects a woman's, mental and emotional health. Not just that, but also the societal expectations placed on women, right? It's a little different than those placed on men. However, the opposite is also true. The societal pressures placed on men is different than those placed on women. And so there are pressures and expectations that men deal with that women don't, right? And that's just the reality. And so I wanted to bring up a quick article, right? Just something I wrote, something that there was a quote, right, on mental health, and it was by Oscar De La Hoya, right? I shared it on my social media just a few days ago, but let me see if I can pull this thing up real quick. New tab, another window. Does that work? New window, new window. All right, y'all still here with me? All right, so right, I wanted to just read this one particularly by Oscar De La Hoya, right? So Wayne Brady's was good too. Wayne Brady said, "It's difficult for men in general, I think, because of just the way that we're raised. We feel any of the negative emotions or that dark cloud settle on you, and you don't feel like you need to cry out or speak to someone about it. And you feel like you need to cry out or speak to someone about it, and then you think, nope, I'm not going to do that because I'm a man, right? That's what we're taught. That's how we're programmed. We're programmed to hold it in. We're programmed to keep going by all means. And although there's some truth to that, right? Although as a man, as a leader, as a human, difficulty should not stop you. Challenges should not stop you. However, you have to acknowledge that you are having a challenge. And that is what a lot of men are not able to do. We're not able to acknowledge that we're having challenges, whether it's, because of our parenting, because of our marriage, our relationship, right? Because of anything related to our own personal bodies, right? Anything related to our childhood trauma, right? There's tons of things that impact men's mental health, and I want to go there, right? And just share some of the things that impact men's mental health, right? And the other day I also created a mental health web, a men's mental health web, and a few of the things that I put on this web is work, right? Fatherhood, childhood trauma, drugs, sex, health, relationships, parents or sibling struggles, the world in general, right? Like the world in general, man. Just being a black man, being a man of any ethnic background, right? Like being aware of what's happening to our children, being aware of what's happening to our women, being aware of what's happening to us, whether it's mass incarceration, whether it's, gas chambers, whether it's, political castration, whether it's, whatever it is, is tons of issues, tons of things, tons of issues affecting men like across the globe. And it's important that we have space to talk about it, that we have space amongst ourselves to talk about it. And then we can always formulate ways to support each other as we still have to be strong for our families, be strong for our communities, and things like that, man. But yeah, I just wanted to drop in and talk about it, man. Drop if you got any comments, any thoughts, any concerns, anything you would like to share about men's mental health. Are you a man, and how is your mental health? Right? How is your mental health? Is your mental health well? Do you need some mental health support? What are you feeling? What are you thinking? What's on your mind? What's on your heart right now? Of course, I'll go first. My mental health is pretty good. In spite of the challenges, in spite of the web of the mental health web, right? The relationship stuff, the parent stuff, the work stuff, the community stuff, the world stuff, right? The parent stuff, the sibling stuff. There's stuff happening in every aspect of my life, right? In that web, right? That's how I'm able to create this content, because it's so relevant to me, right? Well, one thing I'm able to do, I also share some tips, right? A few tips that we could do is we can exercise. Right, I exercise regularly. I haven't exercised in the last few weeks because I was finishing the fast, like 2 weeks now. I was finishing the fast, the last 10 days of my fast, my 40-day fast. I did not work out, and then I'm on now day 7 of fruits. I plan on getting back to a Monday. I did a few push-ups, a few pull-ups the other day. I went swimming, so still moving my body, right, walking, climbing steps, things like that. But I haven't gotten back to full workout. But we can exercise. We can eat healthy. I've obviously, been eating really clean, just fruits the last 7 days and nothing for 40 days prior to that. We can join social groups, right? It's important to have a good network of people around you, right? Who are you hanging with? Who are you talking to? Who are you following on social media? Is your social media network lifting you up, making you feel good about yourself, making you feel hopeful, making you feel like you can do anything, making you feel strong? Or are they weighing on you? Are they making you feel tired and making you feel heavy? Are they adding to your mental health strife, right? What is your network doing, right? How are they pouring into you or just taking from you? Because if they're not pouring into you, they're taking from you one way or another, right? So yeah, it's important, but let me read these tips. Let me pull up these tips, right? We got 7 tips for the brothers as well. Let me pull this up, brothers, or people, whoever's tuning in. We got 7 tips. I also read this morning on my show, but I want to pull it up and share it now. So there's 7 tips for a healthy state of mind, right? And again, if you are a man, please take these tips. These tips are really good for anyone. But if you know a man, if you know, your father, your uncle, your cousin, your brother, your husband, your son, your nephew, men in your neighborhood, man, take these tips, either all 7 or take one of them, and spread the love, pass them around. Yo, cousins, dozens, peace and love, my brother. How you feeling? How are you feeling, my brother? How's your mental health, man? Mental health check in for the brothers. How is your mental health? How are you? What is happening, my good brother? So yeah, real quick, 7 tips, right, for a healthy state of mind. 1, exercise. Studies show that at least 20 minutes of some sort of physical activity 2 to 3 times per week can reduce the risk of anxiety and depression. Physical activities that get your heart rate up should be prioritized. Example, running, walking, cycling, or swimming. I've been walking and I've been swimming coming out of this fast. Have not run yet, have not ridden a bike yet. 2, meditate. Take time to sit with your thoughts and feelings and simply observe them, breathe through them, or use this time to focus on a specific outcome you need to achieve, right? You can just do transcendental meditation, or you can do a focused meditation. 3, rest, right? It's essential for men to rest, right? Yeah, you got to work, but you got to rest, brother. Like, you got to take time to rest. You got to take time to sleep, right? You got to improve your sleep, and you got to remember throughout the day to stretch, to meditate, to breathe, right? To take time to just sit, right? But yeah, rest, it says improve your sleep, and remember that stretching and meditating during the day is a form of rest. Number 4, connect with others. As I mentioned earlier, join social groups, go to networking events, hit the park, right? Go to a game or a ball game, right? Connect with some people, man. Again, connect with people who reflect your interests, who are having conversations about things you want to be having conversations about, not who are having conversations or engaged in activity that makes you feel less than or bring you down, make you feel heavy, or add to your mental health strife. Number 5, eat well. A plant-based whole foods way of eating can do wonders for your mental health. 6, get a massage. Massage therapy is like a hidden secret on the path to a healthy mind state. 7, explore a hobby. Do something that's not connected to making money or producing results of any sort. Explore a hobby, right? Like kayaking, right? Like rock climbing, right? Go to the gun range, right? Whatever it is, right? Like bird watching, tree hugging, right? Like I learned to identify leaves, right? Like paint just for the sake of painting. I'm gonna go buy some more paint products actually because I want to paint. I haven't painted in a while, and painting is not connected to any sort of results. I would love to sell my own paintings one day, right? But I'm not focused on that right now. I just like to paint. Something my children and I often do. All right, something I haven't done in a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna go get some paint supplies. Probably take my mom to Michael's and get some paint supplies in the next week or so, the next few days, right? But yeah, simple man, right? Like life is tough, right? Life is tough for all of us. Is specifically tough or especially tough for a man, specifically right now, as so many of our children are being brutalized, so many of our women are being brutalized, so many of our brothers are being brutalized, terrorized, oppressed, right? Having their rights restricted, taken away, stripped. All right, it's tough when you have men who are supposedly leaders of this country, of this nation, of other nations, who are wreaking havoc, who have felons, who are disrespectful, who are tyrants, pretty much, right? Like it's hard to then be a man, like because we have to address it, we have to step up. But again, this is something that affects our mental health, right? Taking on the responsibilities of other men, right? But it's something we got to do. I actually need to remove this. I didn't mean to remove myself. My bad. Let me stop touching stuff. But yeah, man, what's going on, brothers? What's going on? Talk to me, chime in. How's your mental health? Shout out to my cousin E Double, DJ E Double, joined on Instagram. What's going on, good brother? How you doing? How's your mental health? How you feeling? Those on Facebook, X, and YouTube, how y'all feeling? How's your mental health? I can't see your comments. If you are leaving comments, probably not there because I should be able to see it. I was able to see them last time. But yeah, man, important issue, right? Important issue, not just to talk about, but to create solutions around. A few years ago, I created a short monologue film I wrote and had an incredible actor, Daquan Zahim, acted out called "Do You Really Care?" I might go back, share that, reshare that, dig that back up. Short monologue talking about all the responsibilities or some of the responsibilities that he has as a man, as a father, and like how do we navigate that? How do we express ourselves? How do we express ourselves in a way that's conducive, in a way that's healing for us? That's not bashing anyone else, any people in our lives. How do we navigate the space of mental health as men? Right. Something like I said, I think mental health is like probably next to breathing and eating, and maybe even more than that because your mental health impacts your breathing and eating. I think is the most important thing. I think mental health is more important than physical health. Right. We spend so much time caring about our body, which we should, but so many of us are becoming unhealthier and unhealthier. Why? Because our mindset is not right. Our mindset is filled with poison, right? Our mind has been poisoned by the foods, by the chemicals in the water, by the chemicals in the air, by the chemicals in the cars, right? So much has poisoned our mind. So much has dumbed us down, has lowered our vibration, our mental vibration, and has pretty much hijacked our mental state. But we have the power to get it back. That's why community is so important, so we can connect with others who have overcome so many mental health challenges, who have found solace, who have found mental peace, mental clarity. All right. I'm grateful to say, I'm humble to say that I have found mental clarity, I have found peace, and there are still some, really tough situations in my life, real hurdles that I will get over, get through, grow from, learn from, become better because of. All right, become wiser because of. And that's how we have to look at life, right? Like mindset is not just how we navigate things as it's happening, but it's how we can project the possibility or propensity of something happening and how to, I guess, coax ourselves to it and through it if it does so come to pass, right? So yeah, man, mental health is the most important thing, I think, for each person, no matter your gender, no matter your ethnic background, no matter your culture, your religion, no matter what. I think mental health. I need to get paint. I've been saying that for a long time. I'm tired of it now. You get sick and tired of it. Gotta get some paint and fix the space up some more. All right. It's a lot happening. This is what we talk about, mental health, right? That's the mental health part. That's the part you like got this to do, I got that to do, I got so much to do. Oh my goodness. I'm supposed to have help, right? And then sometimes you shy away from the help, right? Because and it's all a journey, man. It's all a journey, brothers. It's a journey. I think the key is to be patient with yourself. The key is to extend gratitude and grace to yourself, to extend compassion to yourself and to the other men in your life, right? Again, brother, father, son, nephew, cousin, uncle, right? If you're a woman watching, to your husband, all right? Just extend more grace, more compassion. I think we need to do that to each other. Men to men, men to women, women to men, human to human. We need to be extending more grace and compassion to each other. That's what the whole World Healer brand is about. Extending grace and compassion, love, truth, freedom, justice, liberation, and uniting us on the love front. All right, how do we unite humanity to be and to act more in love, right, in service, in community, in harmony, right, with all of our people, right, and not just our people, all of our relatives, meaning our plants, right, our plants, our plant family, our animal family, right, our insects, right, those microorganisms that we don't see that nourish our soil, right, that feed our soil, so that we can have healthy food and create the composting and all of that stuff, man, right? It's an ecosystem. And so just as men, we got to remember that we are part of an ecosystem as well. And meditation, I think, is the most important aspect of getting into your mindset or of getting into a peaceful mindset. Meditate, clear your mind. And again, you can sit and meditate. Some people have a tough time doing that. There is moving meditation when you're dancing or you're doing your martial arts or you're just moving your body in a way, but you're able to either, once again, clear your mind by you're able to empty your mind by observing all of your thoughts, your breath, right? And or you can focus on financial gain, or you can focus on a health breakthrough for a beloved, right? Through your moving meditation or your sitting meditation. It's up to what feels comfortable, what works best for you, right? That is the ultimate key. Yeah, man, that's it. That's all I got. I just wanted to share that with you guys, man. Have a little discussion. We're supposed to have one of the brothers on, but he couldn't make it. So it's all good, man. But if you guys don't have any questions, any comments, any thoughts, anything you would like to share, we can wrap this thing up shortly, right? You guys are awesome. Please hold mental health sessions in your community for men. Father's Day is coming up. Father's Day is next Sunday. Next Sunday, the 16th. We're going to do a Father's Day event. We're going to do a Father's Day event here on these same platforms where we'll be talking about fatherhood, right, in different aspects. I'll have some prepared questions and statements from a few people about fatherhood. We're going to be talking about the impact of losing your father. We're going to be talking about the responsibilities of a father. We're going to be talking about the responsibilities and legacy of a father, the impact of losing your father, the impact of not having a father, right, and how has all of that impacted your fatherhood, right? So yeah, we're gonna get into it, man. Next Sunday, still figuring out a time, all right, to make that happen in time that works best for me and for my guest. I plan on having at least one or two guests throughout the conversation. It can be an hour segment, hour episode, our special Father's Day special. I'm gonna get that info out this week, this early next week, this weekend, early next week. We're gonna get the flyer out and stuff like that, man. But yeah, if you guys don't have anything, man, I am going to go. No comments over here. No comments over here. Any comments over here? No comments over there. No comments on TikTok. What's going on? I got nothing. Any comments? Any questions? Any thoughts? Any feelings? What are you guys thinking about as it relates to men's mental health? Any tips? Any solutions? What are some of the things that you think impact men's mental health the most? Talk to me. We got 12 minutes left allocated, so you're gonna do a 30-minute segment. But definitely don't want to just be talking and rambling. All right, again, there's so much to say in terms of the impacts, in terms of the impacts of our mental health on our family and our society. Right, that's another thing. Something I guess I will leave it on this note. I remember a few years ago. I think my daughter was still in a stroller, so my son was still small, and I was walking and I saw a brother who I know and love, grew up with him and his family. And he's a dad, and I forgot what was said, but it was like, "Yo, who you do it for?" And he was like, "I do it for my son." Who you do it for? You do it for your kids, right? I was like, "Nah, I do it for myself," right? Like I think we lose that part. We lose. Yes, we have responsibility to our children, 100,000%, but we have responsibility to ourselves first and foremost, because there's an old cliche: if you ain't right, your babies can't be right. right? How your baby's gonna be right if you ain't really right in the head? So yeah, you might be stressed mentally, frustrated mentally, but you're still going to work, you're still providing for them financially, and you think they're good, but they feel the vibes. They feel the vibes, they know when you're not well, and then they start to do the same thing, prioritize money over their mental health, and that's not what we do, because at some point down the line, somebody's gonna snap, lose it, and hurt someone else and or themselves. All right, so we got to teach emotional intelligence is that as a man, it's okay to express. All right, it's okay to express. Right? You have to. You have to. You express yourself. You keep going. That's life. Like we have to keep going, but we have to talk about what hurts us. When we fracture our finger, we go to the doctor and we get a thing put in. But like we lose 3 loved ones in a year, we lose 2 loved ones, we have a bad breakup, we have financial struggles, we have a health scare, right? And then all the trauma in the world, and we're supposed to be good. Nah, we're not good. And it's okay to not be good, and we hear it all the time, right? But it's okay to not be good, man. So yeah, that was it. I think I'm going to try to figure out. You guys know I like to push it to the limit. Well, some of you don't know me, some of you are new, like to my network, to my brand, to me, to my world. But I like to push things to the limit, and so I'm going to work to create another type monologue thing for men's mental health about this month. Um, yeah, because I had a vision last night when I was writing something. I had a vision, right? And yeah, we're gonna work on it. You're gonna see what we come up with, man. But yeah, that's that, man. I am going to leave you guys. I'm going to let you guys get back to your Friday. I'm going to get back to my Friday. Got a couple of moves to make. Got a workshop with my young people at 4:00. Got to get to the neighborhood by about 3. Told somebody I'm gonna meet them out there. I got to bring my aunt some juice, fresh juice I made. Mental health, right? Like men's mental health, man. Service, but service that's not like I find joy in serving. Bringing my aunt some juice, right? Yeah, it's pure joy, pure love. Gonna break my fast, eat some cherries. Right? I got fresh cherries, fresh juice, and yeah, man, do something good for your mental health this weekend, right? If you're a woman, if you're watching, do something to assist in the safe mental health of a man in your family, right? Yeah, man, let's heal each other. Let's heal ourselves. Let's love each other. Let's love ourselves. Together we heal, and together we rise. That is my time. I'm going to go. Peace and love.